Hey, how's it going, everyone? This Wednesday they just released Amazing Spider-Man Renew Your Vows issue 10, and it was a pretty good issue. It was kind of fun. I'm not a fan of the front cover. It was done by Nathan Stockman. He does some good work inside of the book, but he's still progressing as an artist. So there's parts in there that aren't as good as others, but he does a good job. So anyway, I liked this issue, and I thought we would go and give it a talk as per usual. And if you're new to the channel, this is what I do. I don't review by just merely flipping through the pages. No. You can go anywhere for that. And here we doodle while we're doing it. And so in the spirit of issue 10, we are going to do one of the families that was featured on it, specifically the Lizard and Billy Connors. I think that's a really fun idea, so let's just get right into it. So everybody knows that Renew Your Vows just is a fun series that I love, and in this issue specifically, it featured three families, three children, and their adoration for their fathers in different ways. We first have the Lizard family, the Connors, Dr. Connors, and his son Billy. And then we, of course, have Normie Osborn, who is the main feature of this issue, and yeah, the Peter Parker and his daughter Annie. So everybody gets their own little shine into this story. So it starts off with Normie Osborn waking up, and it's his birthday. It's revealed, it's your birthday, and I don't think they ever told how old he is. So we don't know, how old he is, but we know he's still pretty young. And he's pissed off. He's not really happy. He's like, great, another birthday. I'm really too old for this, or something like that. So he's not fond, but he's getting ready to go to work where everybody has a surprise for him, and he's not too happy about that either. So we immediately cut to the Spider family. I guess because it's the summer, Annie does not have school, so she's assisting her dad with spider stuff. So they're finding the Lizard, and he has this little crony with him that's like a little tiny lizard version of himself, and the Lizard pretty much tells Spider-Man that's his son, that's Billy, and Spider-Man's like, what the heck, you turned your son into a lizard? And it's revealed no, Billy did this all on his own. And it's kind of interesting. It's showing an adoration that Billy has for his father, that he will go to great lengths to be with him. Maybe he was trying to cure his dad and used some weird concoctions to do so. Maybe he did this or that. You don't know, but it ended up with Billy turning into a lizard. And pretty much his dad, if you're new about the Lizard, it seems that a lot of times, especially in the cartoon, Dr. Connors would keep part of his sanity, and it really showed, the heavier moments with his sanity seemed to come out when it came to his family. So he has a bit more sanity than usual because it's about Billy, and he's just putting all his effort into trying to cure him. So he's going around trying to steal stuff. He's like, I'm trying to fix this. I'm gonna save my son in any way, shape, or form, and you better not mess with us, Spider-Man. I'm not gonna let you stop us. And chucks pieces of metal at Spider-Man and equipment. And once again, Peter gets bonked and just thrown around, and it's not my favorite thing. I get why they're doing it, but it's getting way too far into that. Already everybody's making jokes about One Punch MJ, and it's come on, stop making Peter just kind of the butt of the joke. I would like to see a larger focus on Spider-Man. I would like to see a larger focus on Peter, because we're not going to get this in the main universe. You might as well give us a nice focus, because it's called Amazing Spider-Man and not Amazing Spider-Family. So I would like it to have a bit more focus on Peter at points. That's what I love. So let's just get back to it. So the Lizard, Dr. Connors and Billy get away, but it's revealed that Annie managed to put a tracer on Dr. Connors so they can track him down later when he shows up again. So Peter's just praising his daughter. It's all cutesy and stuff and all that. It's adorable. He's like, what a great daughter I have. It's oh, that's so cute. It's adorable, whatever. So then we immediately cut to Normie and what he's going on about his life. And he kind of states some stuff about the coworkers he has. It's just all a scene. It's all a game to them. it's all pretend. They don't really care about him. They're only acting like it, so they can just like smooze with him. It's what a lot of people do in corporate, and it kind of shows that Normie has nobody to trust. He doesn't trust anybody. He doesn't really have many friends and stuff, and he's trying to move away from most of his childish interests. So he sees this all as a joke. He's like, cake is really for children and stuff, and I'm running a company. And we even see like a flashback of when he was a child celebrating his birthday, and as a little kid with his father. And what's cool is that they actually are showing like other people. They show Flash Thompson in the flashback. Flash in the flashback. Sorry. And there's Peter and MJ there too. So it's just showing this really cute stuff about like when a simpler time where he enjoyed stuff, and he's still pissed off. So he's like, whatever, he's like, go fire whoever bought this cake, just go fire their ass. I don't really care. And he goes and leaves to do, I guess, corporate stuff. Cause yeah. So it goes into a bit more detail of Spider-Man and Annie finding later the lizards, and they're the lizard family, I guess. And they decide they're going to go in after him, and MJ's not there. So Peter asks Annie to go with him, and I'm like, why would you do this? But it's for the cute factor. It's the fun factor. Like, really, we're reading this book. A lot of us are reading this book, and I know it's like, isn't it irresponsible for Peter to be letting his daughter go do this stuff? One, yes, but two, it's awesome. Like, this is kind of why people buy this book. They want to see this. They want to see the little kid superhero go kick major butt. Like with The Incredibles. You know it's irresponsible to let your superpowered child, no matter how cool they are and superpowered they are, to actually be like going to fight villains like this. But it's fun. You want to see this. It's fun and interesting. So they of course try and pull it off. Like, it's like, yeah, your mom's not here, so be careful. You can come with me about this. And so she's excited, and they go off to go and like get the Connors. Meanwhile, we get more about Normie, and he goes into this detail about what he does for a living and stuff. He's like, and like just kind of monologuing to his dead dad, like just saying like you were like, I don't know how you put up with all this stuff. Like, you seemed always happy around me. You were dealing with all this corporate junk, and they were all jerks to you, and Spider-Man. And it goes into like heavy detail on the issues his father had with Spider-Man while he was growing up as a little kid. And it was really cool. And so it like talks about that he's setting up, yeah, he's obviously setting up to go kill Spider-Man. We already knew that. And so he's it starts explaining stuff like he's been taking goblin serum in small dosages so he can withstand it, and it's making him incredibly intelligent and stuff, and giving him like immense strength. And like it's slowly all coming together, like he's gonna get his revenge on Spider-Man. And then lo and behold, Kurt and his son Billy come in. They're like invading the place. They're like wrecking some stuff in the underground facilities of Normie's, and Normie's like, well, now I have something interesting on my birthday, because, you know, he's a pissed off kid. And he's got a goblin bomb, so of course he's gonna go and wreak some havoc on them. And so he goes to confront the Connors and stuff, and it's really cool, because Dr. Connors pretty much is begging with him. He's pleading, he's like, please just let us have the Region Tech. I know you have it. It can save my son from being what I am. And he's like, come on, I know if your dad was alive, he would be merciful. Like, if you were in my position, if your father was in my position, he would do anything to save you. So please show some mercy on my son. And of course, Normie does not comply with this, and he's like, you're asking the wrong person, and tries to blow him up. Of course, then the lizard's like, all right, I was holding back because you were just like a little kid and stuff, and I was hoping you'd be more merciful, but oh, heck no. And then he goes to strangle him. And of course, that's when Spider-Man shows up with Annie, and they're like, we're here and stuff, and doing their little quick quips, and then they go into a battle with the lizard. And of course, Normie's not having it. He's not happy. He's really ticked off because, and we get a few flashbacks about Spider-Man always getting in the way and stuff, as his father would state to him. It's like Spider-Man's just a menace and he's always in the way. He's always causing more problems where he goes. So, like, this envisions it and he gets ticked off about Spider-Man and throws a goblin bomb at both him and the lizard. And of course, that sets Annie off. She's like, what the heck is wrong with you? My dad was in there. And pretty much Normie's like, I really don't care. I don't care two ounces about your dad. You all are trespassers on my property. And she pretty much states, you are by far the worst person ever. And I guess there goes his little Spider-Man waifu. Because in previous issues, he was known to kind of crush on her. So she says, like, screw you, and just runs off to go and help her dad. And they manage to apprehend and, like, contain the lizards. And Spider-Man already informs that he told the Fantastic Four are alive in this world. Yay! So he's like, he pretty much tells his daughter, I need you to go leave. We're going to set it up for the Fantastic Four. The Richards are going to go in and they're going to go and take care of the lizard. And so she's like, okay, I'll go ahead. And it just leaves Spider-Man and Normie alone there. And Normie is just like holding up a goblin bomb, and it's like it's like kind of like it's his chance to actually get revenge on him. But then he starts having a flashback. He starts remembering when he was like really young. And this is actually in the comics. It was a comic piece that they did where it's the part where Harry dies, and it's pretty much talking to Spider-Man and just saying like Spider-Man's all like, why did you do it? Why did you save me? And all this other stuff. And like all this is like, because you're my best friend. And it's like pretty much they were it was that moment where they forgive each other and they acknowledge that they're really good friends as Harry is dying and stuff. And of course, if you remember that moment, there's a big part where they go to cut, they have a scene where they show what's happening to Normie at that moment, and he's just crying as he sees his father dying on the ground. And they show that flashback piece. They show that specific piece. And so it stops Normie from attacking Spider-Man, and Spider-Man kind of takes the goblin bomb from him, and he tells him, like, your father loved you so much. Happy birthday. And leaves. And that sets Normie off. And he starts screaming, and he's like, he's just enraged, so he's throwing stuff, and he's like, I didn't need your help, I didn't need anybody, you're always in the way, and all that stuff. And then he accidentally steps on a picture frame that fell. The picture frame is revealed to be his dad. And it's really cool, because we have this little scene, and it's only in a few panels. I wish it was, I think it was too fast, but let's see if I can go get it. Hang on, it's but it's like really sad. Like, he's breaking down as he sees this whole entire, like, he sees the photo, and it's just, he lost what was so important to him. It was his father. And then we get a real revelation as to why he is out to kill Spider-Man. And it's not because of the Goblin legacy all is required to be like killing Spider-Man and destroying him. No, it's because Spider-Man failed to save his father. It's revealed at that moment, like, he's like, if he was your best friend and he can save anybody, why didn't he save you? And stuff. And it's like, that's the reason why he does this. He's like out to get Spider-Man specifically because he blames Spider-Man for the death of his father. And it slowly shows like him slowly becoming the Goblin at that point. And it was pretty good. This was a nice episode. It was just, as people were like, oh, the feels on it. It had feely moments. Don't know if it was like the greatest feely, touchy moments of all time, but it certainly did hit at points. It did some nostalgic, famous Spider-Man moments. And it gave us a nice origin into a reason why Normie acts the way he does. He doesn't trust anybody. He doesn't even trust his mom. So he has nobody. So there you go. Hope you enjoyed the video, and you'll have a good time.